57 and action. Uh, oh, how's it going, YouTube? DMTombstone back here again with a brand new episode of DMTombstone Live for you guys. And you guys know when I do DMTombstone Live, it's unsanctioned, uncensored. Anything that happens. Try to keep it family friendly as possible. And I just need to check one thing first to make sure that if I'm getting any audio. And let me start off with, let me see for sure. Yep. That's how I could check for audio. Many times people send me that and they say, oh, they can't hear me. Well, now you guys can. And I think the TV is just a tad bit too loud. Yeah, all right. So anyway, you guys know it's on section and center. And anyway, if you guys are enjoying my live streams, make sure you hit the like button because I'll be keeping track of it right up there. I see it. You guys don't. And if you're new to my channel and want to know what I'm all about, especially with all those bad boys right behind me there, make sure to check out my main, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I'm like now, let me see. I think I'm about 16 subscribers away from reaching 900. And I gotta say, guys, once I reach 900, I'm gonna do something special for one of you guys, or because one of you are gonna have a lucky chance to win a homemade belt, man, yours truly, and send out to you free of charge. It's just my way of saying thank you for being one of the 900. And once I reach 1,000, you guys should know already, I'm going to give away that one WCW TV title. Anyway, so last night I have seen Saturday Night Main Event. It was a great show. And though I did predict what was going to happen, I did predict the division was going to win and all that stuff. And now tonight is I think AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view where they have Darby Allin putting his AEW World Heavyweight title on the line against MJF, and if MJF loses, he will be shaved bald. And I gotta say, I do not look good bald, don't you think? Maybe if I shave this down, maybe. Who knows? God forbid, I don't want to look like Eric. And yeah. And right now I'm just listening. I'm watching Deadliest Warrior. It's an old show I never back in the day when I was in middle school. It was an okay show. Kind of wish they still had it around. Yeah, hold on one second. All right, so I'll shut that up. Yeah, I know I would usually do this sooner. Wait, hey DM. Hey Pez, how are you? Welcome to the live stream, Pez. How you been? Have you seen Saturday Night Main Event yet last night? Was it an okay show? Cherry. All right. Yeah, I was just saying, shut up. Son of a. Yeah. And we got also Muhammad Ahmedida. Hi, Muhammad. I can't pronounce the whole thing. If I mispronounce your name or that, I do apologize. But hi, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, yesterday, hold on. I think I may need a breather. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I love it. I already know. Oh, you saw it. Oh yeah, that was an okay show. Probably, somewhat okay. But I'm just waiting to be excited to see Clash of Italy, like Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu in that tribal combat match. That's something. And yeah. And what I've been doing recently, yesterday, after I did the live stream and that, what game are you playing? Oh, I ain't playing no game. It's just watching Deadliest Warrior. I usually would play games like Minecraft or my WWE game, but and you guys probably, I was doing this around noon, but I was busy all day today and just thought doing not better late than never, you know. And I did promise you guys that, and I did promise you I was going to do another live stream tomorrow on Memorial Day. Yeah, so mostly all I did yesterday was did more painting touch up on my belts, like the ECW belt I have redone the blue on. So yeah, I've done that. I've done pretty much everything that needs to be done for these belts, and probably sometime here next week or so, I probably get more stones to start restoring some of my other belts. You're on here a little later than usual. Yeah. Like I said, I had a friend that came over and we were just hanging out. We barely see each other. So, again, I think I better spend more time with my friend. But then I promised you guys I would do a live stream. So, yeah, I still do a live stream now. And I also want to test it out to see what time is the better timing to do live streams. Normally, I do them around noon or so. And sometimes I don't get a lot of people at that time. When I go a little bit later, it seems like it changes a bit. So it depends on who I will subscribe. Thank you, Muhammad. Really does help me out because the closer I get to 900, the more chances are you guys are going to get a homemade belt made by yours truly. And I already have a couple of suggestions from my wall you guys seen many times of what type of belt I can make. But once I reach 900, it's going to mean a lot from me to give to you guys. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, brother Kane, how are you? Welcome to the live stream, man. Glad to see you here. I have hope in you. Thank you, Mohammed. Thanks. That means a lot to me. Like I say, it's quite hot in here in this room, but then again, it's a little bit. There's a storm going on out. I mean, working out outside right now, slightly drizzling. So, gonna leave the windows, closed. But I'm hoping to maybe. Hi, Kane. Yeah, but yeah, since you guys are here, I feel like what's best bet we start doing some wrestling trivia. So I thought you guys could maybe see if you guys know about as much as I do when it comes to wrestling trivia. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. What's up, Pez? Well, yeah, I'm always going to be doing fine. Right now, I'm occasionally dealing with my heart racing every now and then with my anxiety. Yeah, but guys, don't worry. I am still taking my medication. It's just I take it at night because it does make me drowsy. And if I take it now, eventually I'm going to be slurring and all that. And I start to get tired, start yawning. Before you know it, I have an hour, like 5 hour long live stream because I passed out on you guys. But yeah, so far we got some likes. But anyway, I want to start off with this one particularly when it comes to wrestling quiz, guys. So get your thinking cap started because now we're about to do some serious quiz time. Starting with this one. In the beginning of the brand split, when we had Raw and SmackDown tag titles, who was it that actually was the last holder of the original Attitude Era World Tag Teams before they switched them to those Ruthless Aggression World Tag Team Championships? I want to hear it from you guys because I think I know who was the first ones to win them. Hold on 1 second, guys. And just they always end these shows so early with this streaming shit. Oh no, don't want that. Don't want that. Let's go back. So let's see what you guys know. So Pez and Brother Kane, you guys are going to battle up against each other in this quiz thing. So who was the first team to actually win the Ruthless Aggression Raw Tag Team Championships? Because we know the first ones for the SmackDowns was Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. Well, actually, we don't want to mention a lot of Chris Benoit's name. Oops, there he goes again. But yeah, we already know what happened with that incident. But yeah, let's see if you guys know who was the winner of the Raw Tag Team titles, the first ones. Vlad the Impaler wins. Fatality. If not, I think I know if I got mine down. I think it's maybe correct, but don't quote me on that. So let's. And maybe in a bit, I'll maybe start playing some of my WWE game. After all, I was just watching a bit of Deadliest Warrior. But I may switch it out to play some Minecraft on that. Yeah, I was just hanging out with my buddy. We went to the bar, played pool. I don't drink that much, guys, but I just only had like a soda and a beer. But then we were playing pool. I think I whooped his ass in that one. But, oh, you're not? No, I won't mention. Oh. Family. Well, that's what I said. I said as possible. Try to keep it family friendly as possible. But I said unsanctioned, uncensored. But yeah. All right. So but anyway, you're not sure. Well, if I recall, I think the first Raw World Tag Team Champions were actually, I think it was either going to be Booker. I know Booker T was probably one of them. Was Booker T and RVD, but don't quote me on that because I think there was also the chances it could have been Chris Jericho and Christian. But anyway, if you guys didn't know, I'd probably exit off that one. But anyway, how about this one? Who was the wrestler that won the unified cruiserweight and light heavyweight championship? Let's see if you guys know that quiz. So between you, brother Kane, and you, Pez, it's a battle between you two. So far, I think you guys may not know this one, but there was a unification between the WCW cruiserweight and the WWF light heavyweight. Who was the winner and was known as the unified cruiserweight champion? Show off most of my stuff here on Minecraft. Playing a bit of Minecraft right now, building up on my new World Trade Center, full scale. Probably got about halfway up to it, and putting it right next to the current World Trade Center. And I already built these here, the memorial, the 9/11 museum, the memorials, building up one World Trade Center. X Pac. All right, you're saying X Pac. Pez, what do you say? One, one. Okay. Well, Pez, do you know that one? I'll go up. I'll go with who Kane said. Okay, so yeah, it was X Pac. I think it was Tajiri versus X Pac, and X Pac won and became the unified champion. All right. Uh, okay, how about this one for quizzes about knowing about real people's names? Andre Rusimov. Do you guys know who Andre Rusimov was in wrestling? Let's see, give you guys a guess on that one too. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds to take a guess on who you think I'm talking about in the wrestling world. Who was Andre Rusimov as in wrestling? Kane hitting it first with Andre the Giant. And that is correct, indeed. Andre Rusimov was Andre the Giant. All right, how about this one? I think his first name is John, but it's John Tanta. Do you know who John Tanta was? From the French Alps. Yeah, yeah, Pass. But I'm saying, do you guys know who John Tanta is in wrestling? Let's see if you guys know about your real guys' names from wrestling names. John Tanta. And I want quick answers. Don't be trying to Google this shit. Oh, my bad. But you said don't try to Google the answers. You know that's cheating. I want to hear you guys do this quickly. The first one to get the answer right gets the point. So far, Kane is leading by 1 point. So it's Pez versus Brother Kane. and it's trying to find out who John Tanta is. For some reason, Tatanka came to mind. Earthquake. Yep, Brother Kane got it again. John Tanta was indeed Earthquake. All right, how about this one? Michael Hickenbottom. Let's see if you guys know who Michael Hickenbottom is. Wow, that was a quick one. Brother Kane with Shawn Michaels. Indeed. Wow, 3-0 when it comes to Brother Kane with the quick facts. All right. How about name's Corey or Cody? But Lopez. Corey Lopez. Do you know who that is? Shawn Michaels. The Dom Kid coming in with Shawn Michaels. Indeed. Hi, hello, Dino Kid. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, Dino Kid hits it in with the quick answer of Seth Rollins. Indeed, Seth Rollins is the name. All right, now we'll go with this one. Let me see if I could think of which one to go for. One that I know. All right, I think I got it right here. Sean Whitman. You guys know? Oh, Kobe Lopez. All right, that's the one I was thinking. Okay, I always thought it was either Cody or Corey. I didn't know. But yeah. All right. But how about this one? Sean Whitman. Do you know who that is? Let's see who's the first one to get the answer there. So far, Brother Kane leading with 3 points, Dino Kid with 1 point, and Pez with none. Brother Kane in quick with X Pac. So Brother Kane is leading big time. All right, here's one, a trick question. Steve Williams. Do you guys know which one Steve Williams is? Let's see if I can stump you guys on this trick question. Steve Williams. What was I saying, Dino Kid? That's what I'm saying. Steve Williams. Which Steve Williams am I talking about in wrestling? Pez hitting with Steve Austin. Indeed, Pez. That sounds old school. I'll go with Dr. Death. Well, guys, I'm afraid that there is indeed a trick question because Steve Williams indeed was the name of Dr. Death, Steve Williams, but as well, Stone Cold Steve Austin, his real name was indeed as well Steve Williams. So if you did say Dr. Death or Steve Austin, you would get the point. So I'd say, but the first one to answer was indeed Pez. So Pez gets the point, his first point. All right. Now, here we go. Time for some actual trivia. Starting with the streak. The 21-0 winning streak by The Undertaker. It started at which event? Obviously, you know it's WrestleMania, but which WrestleMania was it that that Undertaker streak has started? And for a bonus point, do you know who his first opponent was? So for a bonus point, try to answer Undertaker's first victim of the streak. So, so for Dino Kid with WrestleMania 1. I'm sorry, but that is incorrect. It was not the first WrestleMania. Undertaker did not debut until 1990. WrestleMania 1 happened March 31st, 1985. So it was still a long way before Undertaker debuted at WrestleMania. No, wait, 3. Not 3 either. Even though I say 3 was probably the biggest WrestleMania of all time until 28 years later. WrestleMania 8 versus Jimmy Snuka. WrestleMania 7 against Snuka. I'm afraid Brother Kane's got the point. Pez, you were off by 1. It wasn't WrestleMania 8. It was WrestleMania 7. And it was in Los Angeles, California, where the main event, and yet we'll say, speaking of WrestleMania 7, there was a main event there at WrestleMania 7 against 2 icons, of which 2 I have met for the WWE title. Who were the 2 that battled in the main event at WrestleMania 7 for the WWE title? Do any of you know? Let's see. Brother Kane's leading with 4 points, Dino Kid with 1, Pez with 1. Let's see. What was the main event for the WWE title at WrestleMania 7? Who was the matches? Let's see if you guys know this one. As well, last night as well, I did see AAA and seeing that Rey Mysterio became the new general manager of AAA Wrestling. And we're seeing more build up with El Grande Americano, with the original El Grande Americano, with Mask versus Mask coming real soon. We're going to see Ludwig Kaiser or Chad Gable be unmasked. And that's right, guys. I already know which El Grande Americano is which. Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter. Brother Kane, quick with his knowledge of wrestling. Indeed, it was for the WWE title, Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan. Now let's go for this one. Out of all the matches Undertaker had at WrestleMania, which WrestleMania he was in was his first WrestleMania to where he wins a world champion or has won a championship in? Which WrestleMania that he won his first championship in? I mean, not his very first, but which WrestleMania where he won his first title in was? Because he's won 3 times at WrestleMania for a title. 5. Thanks, Pez. Way to go, Kane. So same. Pez, you're getting a little bit rusty on your quick knowledge there, my man. You gotta start picking up the pace. Because Brother Kane's got over nearly 5 answers correct. So, which WrestleMania out of Undertaker's WrestleMania appearances that he won his first title at WrestleMania was? WrestleMania 13. Wow. Brother Kane's on a roll today. All right, how about we switch it up with some true or false? True or false? Out of Undertaker's matches at WrestleMania, the streak, he didn't have one being a buried alive match. True or false? Let's see. True. Wow, again, Brother Kane, quick on those answers. I think Pez might have just fell asleep on us now. Okay, how about we go a little old school then? All right, we'll do multiple choice here. Multiple choice of which WWE superstar held the WWE Championship the longest? A. Pedro Morales. B. Bruno Sammartino. C. Bob Backlund. Or D. Roman Reigns. He did have a buried alive match. Yeah, he did, but was it at WrestleMania, Pez? And the answer is indeed true. He did not have a buried alive match at WrestleMania. But now it's time for some cold hard multiple choice answer. Out of the ones I chose, which was it that had the longest? Pez coming at it with Bruno. Yes, indeed. Bruno Sammartino still holds the record for the longest reigning championship. He held it for nearly 7 years. Behind him with nearly 5 years was who? Let's see if you guys know that. Who's behind Bruno Sammartino in number 2 for the longest reign as WWE champion? I can hear the rain outside right now. My Undertaker is coming! Weird. Son of a bitch. Just that one video of how Undertaker ribs Paul Heyman. I know Paul Heyman. Paul Bearer in a cemetery. He comes out sticking his skull out from the smoke. And then out of nowhere, Paul Bearer goes, son of a. That's just funny. Yeah, Paul was such a mad river. But Bob Backlund. Oh, looks like Pez is getting you now on this one. Okay, now it's 3-5 between you two. I guess old school wrestling really does seem to be Pez's go-to. But now I suggest we gotta do more of. We're gonna do one more old school one. How about this one? True or false? Bob Backlund obviously was the one that inspired the big green belt because it was due to the Iron Sheik smashing the old school belts on the ground and to the fence and to the ring post. True or false? Let's see if you guys know that one. Is it true or false? Backlund switched over to the big green belt because his old belt was destroyed by the Iron Sheik, who smashed it on the ground and against the ring post. True or false? Ah, Brother Kane said true, and Pez says false. In fact, it is indeed false. Though the belt was smashed on the concrete floor and on the ring post, it was not by Iron Sheik, but superstar Billy Graham. which then led to Bob Backlund coming out with the big green belt. Speaking of now with the big green belt, how many superstars have actually worn the big green belt? Obviously, we know Bob Backlund is one of them. Yeah, so I'm saying, yeah, way to go, Pez. Now it's getting close. 4-5. We know now that it is indeed was superstar Billy Graham that smashed it to have the big green belt come about. But now, how many superstars have held the big green belt? We know Bob Backlund's one of them, so we know it's more than one. Pez comes quickly with the answer of 3. Wow. Guess old school wrestling really does bring out Pez's knowledge. Because now it's a tie game. Now I think it's time we do miscellaneous for the tiebreaker. And this one's not about a wrestler, let alone wrestling itself. But how about the brands? That's right, I'm talking about the brands themselves. Like ECW. What year was it that ECW has changed from Eastern Championship Wrestling to Extreme Championship Wrestling? Name the year that Paul Heyman changed Eastern Championship to Extreme Championship Wrestling for ECW. You guys, because I'm old. 1994. Brother Kane, do you know the year that Eastern Championship Wrestling became Extreme Championship Wrestling? August 27th, 1994 for Pez. What do you think, Brother Kane? 1994. Well, indeed, Pez knows for sure because it was indeed August 27th, 1994 that Eastern Championship Wrestling Paul Heyman bought and changed it to Extreme Championship Wrestling. All right, how about a little more of a modern one? How about this one? Rob Van Dam, when he was in ECW, never became an ECW champion until he won the WWE championship. True or false? NWA title. Yeah, Shane Douglas threw down the NWA title, saying that everyone that won that could kiss his ass, and then out popped out the ECW championship. But that time it was probably the Eastern Championship Wrestling title before they changed it to ECW, and then they had a couple of design changes for that title, which I own the '99 version and the '08 version of. Oops. Brother Kane saying true, Pez is saying false. In fact, the answer is indeed true that RVD has never won the ECW World Championship when he was in ECW. In fact, he didn't become the ECW World Champion until they revived it after he won the WWE Championship. He has won the ECW tag and the ECW television title, but he's never won the world title. Going on for about 34 minutes now. He had tag and TV titles in ECW. That's what I'm saying. But I was talking about the world championship, Pez. I know he's been a TV champion and a tag champion, but he's never won a world championship in ECW until he won the WWE title. How about this one? True or false? while RVD was the WWE and ECW World Championship, he had to end up dropping both titles in 1 week due to a criminal charge during his reign. I didn't say any championship. That's what I said. Most of my questions are trick questions to stun you. So Brother Kane is now with 1-1 now. I think it's now what, 6 to Brother Kane and 5 to Pez. But let's say this. Oh, Brother Kane hit it again with the true quickly. Indeed, it is true. In fact, when RVD was pulled over by the cops, he had marijuana inside his car, in which Vince McMahon had to tell him he had to drop the WWE title on a Monday night, and then on a Tuesday night had to drop the ECW title, and was suspended for 90 days because of it. And then sent him to a downright spiral. And now, speaking of, all right, let's say this. Chris Benoit, even though known for what happened to him in 2007 with his wife Nancy and their son Daniel, his he was known to win. I mean, near the end of his years, his first United States Championship win for the WWE was against none other than Orlando Jordan. Winning his first United States Championship was against Orlando Jordan at the Great American Bash after making him tap out within the first 90 seconds of the match. Let's see if you know this one. True or false? Chris Benoit's first United States Championship was by beating Orlando Jordan within under 90 seconds at the Great American Bash. Brother Kane saying true. Pez. We'll wait for Pez's answer to see if it is indeed true or false. Right now, just completing a couple floors here on my One World Trade Center. Doing a floor or so a day. Don't know that one. Well, indeed, it is indeed true that the Great American Bash, it was Orlando Jordan versus Chris Benoit. Orlando Jordan was making a promise that he would knock out Chris Benoit, as Chris Benoit was making a promise that he was going to make Orlando Jordan tap out. All right, how about this one? Trick question. True or false? Orlando Jordan is known as the first openly gay wrestler in WWE history. Let's see if you guys know that one. Sorry, guys. Just try to fight through that yawn, but obviously you can't fight through them all. You're saying, oh no, wait, but you're saying that's true, Brother Kane. What about you, Pez? That Orlando Jordan is the first. I've never heard of him. Well, say, is it true or false? Orlando Jordan is known to be the first openly gay wrestler in WWE history. Yeah. But let's say, Brother Kane saying it's true. Say it, Pez. Hopefully you get that one soon because I want to give the answer, the actual answer out. Yeah, because I'm saying this one's actually kind of a trick question. According to let's say according to the WWE, they would say Orlando Jordan is marked as their first openly gay wrestler, but before he came about, there was also another wrestler who was gay. His name was none other than Chris Canyon. Who better than Canyon? Nobody. But obviously, he was keeping it a secret to everyone around him until in the early 2000s. He admitted it on an Indies show against a certain wrestler. Do you guys know which wrestler it was that he faced before he came out to admit that he was gay to everyone? Because I know it. We'll just say it was a good old friend of Chris Cannon. And of course, he sees him like a brother. He's a WWE legend and as well as WCW legend. Give you a hint there. Who was it that Chris Cannon wrestled in an Indies match before he admit that he was an openly gay wrestler? Don't know that. Oh, you don't know that? What about you, Brother Kane? Do you know which wrestler that Chris Kane faced at an indie show before he came out to say he was an openly gay wrestler? DDP. Yes, indeed. It was DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. Now, before I end up this quiz, how about we do this? A winner. You let me know in the comments, guys. We're going to end it with a winner take all. Time for the final bonus round question. I want to know if you guys want to agree with this one since you guys are real close in the questions. This one will be for all the marbles. Brother Kane and Pez with their quizzes. The first one to answer this one, indeed, will get the crown to be known as the best in wrestling quiz or wrestling trivia. Do you guys agree with that? We're going to do one more quiz here, or one more question, and let it be a winner take all. And the winner, I will deem crowned as the champion of Wrestle Trivia. You guys ready? Agree. Brother Kane agrees. So here we go, guys. This one's for all the marbles. And today's category is wrestling name. Here you got to figure out the name of the wrestler who he went for in the ring when I tell you his actual name. So you guys ready? Comment below when you guys are ready. Even if I get this right, I'd say Kane is the winner because he got more than me right. But he's agreeing to this. Whoever gets this one right gets the crown. Even though he probably got more than you, this one's for all the marbles. You know, we're going to do, it has to say in wrestling, it's a winner take all. So so right now, Brother Kane and Pez, comment below to say if you're ready so I can get you guys started with this kind of like a Jeopardy quiz of wrestling. Let me know when you guys are ready. All right. You ready? Pez, are you ready? Brother Kane's ready. I want to try to do it as a lightning round. So let me know when you're ready. You're ready? All right. I go. Oh, from Aunt Millie's bread. Okay, guys, you ready for this? Give me the three names of these three wrestling names of these people. Armelian Smith Jr., Terry Bollea, and Randy Poffo. Oh, no, 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 wait, no, not Randy. Lonnie Poffo. You guys put in your answers quick. The first one to get the answers in wins. It's Terry Bollea, Aurelian Smith Jr., and Lonnie Poffo. What were their wrestling names? Aunt Millie's Brad got one, but I need all three. You type in all three, you win the game. Yeah, Terry equals. Okay, yeah. All right, you got one, but you need to get Aurelian Smith Jr. and Lonnie Poffo. Let's see if you guys can know who I am talking about. Pez, Jake Robert, Hulk Hogan, and the Genius. Pez with the win, indeed, because we got Terry Bollea as Hulk Hogan. Jake the Snake Roberts was Aurelian Smith Jr. And of course, Lonnie Poffo with the Genius, who was the brother of the late great Macho Man Randy Savage. Use Google. Maybe they have used Google, but then again, it was whoever typed it first. They had to use Google. It would indeed be a perfect and worst case scenario, because then again, if someone knew their actual names and typed it in first, they still win. But Pez is the ultimate winner of my wrestling quiz. Congratulations, Pez. Here's your today's prize, the crown you wear because you are deemed the king of wrestling trivia. Thank you guys so much for this wrestling quiz time. We'll see you on the next live stream, where I would definitely give you more trivia, and hopefully this time you'll be ready, because it's time to play the game. Anyway, well, that was good. Time to give you guys to have to run your brains on that knowledge, because who would know more of wrestling than Pez, Brother Kane, or myself? Indeed, Pez, you hold the crown. But again, it's only a crown in the comments. After all, the real crown is probably at the WWE warehouse. But anyway, wow, we're going on for nearly over 50 minutes. A little bit longer until I reach the hour mark, and then I'm probably going to call it a day, because after all, it's getting real late here. And, oh yeah, oh shit. Okay, start here. Yeah, guys, right now I'm still building up the floors here on the One World Trade Center. I'm only gone about halfway, because now the building I'm building up is near an octagon shape. Supposed to soon eventually go back to a square. So far, I think my building's reached the height of the 7 World Trade Center building over there. Nope, not even close. A couple more floors before that happens. But yeah, you can see how tall this building is. It's supposed to be taller than the Twin Towers. I'm planning on going to WWE Raw. Well, I know there's a WWE Raw coming to Detroit soon. Hopefully, I'll go there, and maybe I'll bring my SmackDown tag belt, just as a gag, because I didn't have a Raw one. But yeah, I do hope to go to a Raw soon, if it doesn't cost that much, because I know how ticket sales are now for events like that. They're basically have to fork over an arm and a leg just to even get nosebleed sections. But yeah, I definitely want to go back to a WWE event with one of my one of my homemade belts, with my homemade belts. See a couple fans there, tell them that I made my homemade belts, and see how it goes, and see the events. It'd be pretty awesome. When and where? Well, I know there has to be a Monday Night Raw coming soon, because I know there's one in Detroit. I think that's going to be in July. And am I ever and I just hope to go there soon, if I got time to do it. But also, I wanted to mention, near the end of June, I'm gonna have to go be seeing a doctor, that's going to be, doing the scan on X-rays on my chest and that to check out my heart to see how that goes. And hopefully it's nothing too bad because after all, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention it before, but I did have a cousin who did die from a heart problem, and he was only 20 years old. And in fact, I'm not even in my 30s yet, but soon I'll be. I just want to make sure that I'd be having to. I just don't want to, die sooner than I expected, and stuff like that. When I do go to Raw, I'll bring the homemade WWF Undisputed Championship belt. Yeah, please do, and tell them that it was made by yours truly, DMTombstone Belts. So hopefully they can check out my channel, and as well tell them that your brother Kane. Tell them to check out your channel, and then we can all gather up more subscribers together. As I say, guys, if you are watching my live streams, you see here with Brother Kane and Pez, check out their channels. Brother Kane does a lot involved with video games, especially playing WWE 2K26. And check out Pez's channel because he has quite a belt collection as well, with belts that are definitely none that I own. I mean, he owns a couple of them that I own, but he owns the old school ones, like the Mid South Championship belt. I don't even know about that one. And do I ever think about getting something like that to my collection? Probably down the line, but as of right now, I want to try to stall on collecting belts because I already got so many belts. There's not enough space in my room for them. I mean, I own what, 61 of them? I mean, that's quite a number. I mean, I know there's more people out in the belt community that actually own more. One guy owns nearly like $1 million probably so worth of belts. And I'm saying that there is already too much. Some that have they have a number of belts that are in the hundreds. And I'm like, yeah, I just saying mine basically is like a wrestling museum. But I'm saying it's not that big of a collection. Why do I hope to have the biggest one? Probably not. I'll be sure to tell him that. Thank you, Brother Kane. But yeah, wow, going on for 52 minutes. So I'm gonna try to finish off this one bit of the floor here. Now I'll maybe switch it back to watching the Devious Warrior. I gotta say, you guys think I should probably do another live stream where I react to some old school wrestling shows? I mean, unless I'm worried about like a copyright strike in that, because I already had a couple of them because of due to music and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try to do it to where I can mute the TV or lower the volume so you don't hear the theme songs and that, and just do my live reaction to a match that they happen on WWE. Because we did react to like WrestleMania 15. Like, and speaking of WrestleMania 15, I'll tell you what, we'll do one more here, see if you guys still have a bit of your wrestling knowledge. WrestleMania 15 involved with one match known as the Brawl for All. And who were the competitors in that Brawl for All boxing match? When the time that WWE decided to use real life boxing, and it was a plan that went terribly wrong, they never did it since. And it's funny now because they now partner up with a real life fighting company of the UFC as a merger company called TKO. But do you guys know the competitors in the Brawl for All at WrestleMania 15? I'm looking forward doing a collab with you and still working on getting the universe mode finished up. Well, that's what I say. The universe mode is kind of confusing because you're either doing the classic mode where you can basically play any of the characters that are within your mode, or you go to superstar mode where it will skip most of the matches except the ones that the character you pick to play in as, and you just play those matches that your character you chose. I did two of those modes. I mostly sticking to my character mode because after all, the only person I ever play in universe mode is myself. I play with myself. Yeah. Don't worry, I don't think there's any kids that understand that joke in my live streams. But yeah. I think it was Bart Gunn and Eric Esch. Yes, it was, Brother Kane. It was Eric Esch. But most people probably don't know him by that name. They probably know him by another particular name. And do you know who it was? I'll give you one hint. He was in an episode of Jackass, or was it in the movie? I always forget if he was in the movie or yet in the episode of Jackass. But indeed, he's a super heavyweight that gives a hell of a power punch. I mean, I wouldn't know because I never fought the guy. But I tell you the truth, he is a super heavyweight. He weighs nearly 300 pounds. Butterbean. Yes, indeed, he is Butterbean. You would have to react to probably something very old school wrestling match since you're familiar with everything modern. Well, I particularly know a lot of mostly some stuff of the 80s and as well of the Attitude Era. Yes, indeed, I do. Like, obviously, there was an incident that happened between of Jake the Snake Roberts and the Macho Man Randy Savage. One that involved with a snake. Does anyone know what I'm talking about and what type of snake it was? And what did the snake do to one of the wrestlers? When Jake the Snake Roberts came about, he pulled out Damien, who happened to be this type of snake. And what did he make Damien do? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a python. So let's see. You guys know that type of incident? I'm pretty sure Pez may know. But there was an incident that happened in the old WWF days that involved with Jake the Snake Roberts and the Macho Man Randy Savage, to which he did something to Macho that involved with his pet snake known as Damien. But Damien was just no ordinary snake. King Cobra bit Savage on the arm. Yes, indeed. During the incident, Jake the Snake Roberts pulled out Damien, which happened to be a 12-foot King Cobra. And he did bite him. But here's another one. True or false? During that incident, they had to drag Randy Savage to the hospital because of the bite from the King Cobra. Apparently, no one forgot to devenomize the snake. Let's see if they know that one. I mean, obviously, you would think they should devenomize a king cobra because, after all, a bite from them, you only have about an hour or so before you die. I mean, ask David Weathers. He was bitten by a king cobra and nearly had gone 3 whole hours before he got anti venom. And he had a hole in his stomach that was the size of a silver dollar. Yeah, and the venom of a king cobra is so, you could say it's like a neurotoxin. It would literally eat your flesh alive. But yet, do you guys know the difference between poisonous and venomous? Because obviously there is a difference between poisonous and venomous. True, true. Actually, it's false. The cobra was always devenomized. I had to, the way I said it was like they had to actually take him to the hospital to get him anti-venom because he was, no, the cobra was always devenomized during the show. Back in the back and backstage, Randy talked to Aurelian about that. He was saying, "We're gonna do something different tonight." He's like, "Yeah, the snake's gonna bite you." And the Randy tells him, "Has the snake been fixed, you know?" And he had to tell him, like, "Fuck yeah, it's a cobra. It's a fucking cobra, you dumb shit. Of course it's been fixed." "Well, maybe it has and maybe it hasn't. How about the snake biting you first?" And Jake had to tell him, "Fuck you, I don't want that." And then Randy's like, "Oh, so you don't want the snake to bite you, huh? So how will I know that the snake hasn't been fixed?" unless you let it bite you. I ain't gonna let him do it unless he bites you first. Now, realistically, I'm pretty sure you would pop Randy Savage right in the face for that snarky remark. Like, I'm not gonna get bit unless you get bit first. So he rolls his pant leg up, pulls out the cobra, and lets the cobra bite him. To which Randy tells him, "Don't take no antidote, don't take no pills, don't take no serum, no shit, no nothing, brother." And yet, for 20 minutes, he was looking at him, he realized he was okay. And let's just say, Aurelian didn't like that at all. So he literally pissed the snake off so much to the point where the snake had to bite Randy. It was only supposed to be for a couple seconds. That snake held on for nearly over 5 straight minutes. Was that Damien or his other snake? Well, every snake he brought to the ring, he named Damien, I think. Yeah, I'm now just hearing "We Will Rock You" in the background. It's my mom who's watching Bohemian Rhapsody. But yeah, every snake usually that Jake the Snake Roberts came out with, actually he just named Damien, no matter what type of snake it was. But here's the thing, true or false? Even though he's known as Jake the Snake Roberts and comes to the ring with a snake, he actually is afraid of snakes. True or false? He had another snake named Lucifer. Oh, I didn't know that. I just know there was one named Damien. And I think he also named another one after he claimed to be sober. He named it as some type of archangel. But true or false? Even though he was known as the man that brings snakes to the ring and known as Jake the Snake, Jake Roberts is actually afraid of snakes. True or false? I mean, it'd be kind of bad to think you're afraid of snakes and they say you call yourself Jake the Snake Roberts. Well, let's give him a snake. It's like me going to be a wrestler and they call me Spider, and the next you know I gotta come out of a box filled with black widows. Obviously, that won't be allowed because, after all, they are quite deadly to a human being. And two, just look. Sorry, I'm not a fan of spiders. True. Yes, Brother Kane is indeed true. Even though he is Jake the Snake, he's actually afraid of snakes. But anyway, I think that's a bit of enough. And we've gone for over an hour, so I'm going to probably end this stream, guys. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this live stream. Thank you for all the likes. Looks like we got about 2 or 3 likes. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Shout outs to Brother Kane. Shout outs to Pez. Check out their channels. I find it hard to believe he's afraid of snakes because of the way he would handle them. Well, no, because he did admit it in his in the documentary series on A&E called WWE Legends. There's an episode he literally claims he is afraid of snakes. Tomorrow, indeed, I will be doing a live stream tomorrow on Memorial Day, and I'm going to probably do it around noon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all the videos. Thank you for all the comments. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit tongue-tied, just all right, there we go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all these comments. Thank you for sticking around me with all the wrestling trivia. Thank you for the likes. We got about 3 or 4 likes. Again, shout out to Pez. Shout out to Brother Kane. Shout out to Dex. Shout out to Steven Hammer. Check out their channels. All involved with wrestling. Except for Dex. He does mostly with music videos, but he has another channel called Wrestle Chat Talk. I may see me there every now and then. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Come on. The goal is 900 hopefully within the next couple months. Let's try to get that to 900. I want to try to reach my big goal of 1,000. But let's get to 900 first. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you guys be notified for when I do videos and live streams. Obviously, one tomorrow for Memorial Day. Anyway, and don't forget to follow me on my social media, like on X at DMTombstone96, and as well on Instagram, DME96, where I may post stuff there, but I post stuff here on this channel. I am DM Tombstone Belts, and for DM Tombstone Live, signing off. See you guys tomorrow on Memorial Day. Have a good day, everybody. Now exit off this.